Chapter 10, Virgo. Theme, self-mastery. Archetype, the intuitive saga. Dates, August 23rd to September 22nd. Motto, I analyze. Ruling planet is Mercury. House, the 6th. Degrees, 6 and 8. Modality, mutable. Element, earth. Colors, brown and green. Body correlation, small intestine, digestive system, and spleen. Keywords, mystical, perfectionistic, methodical, brilliant, and restorative. Tarot card, the Hermit. Characters and celebrities with Virgo energy. Persephone, Nicholas Culpeper, Idris Elba, Misty Copeland, Marie Curie, and Astraea. I don't know how to say it. I'm not bad for slaughtering it. Virgo playlist. I Can't Get No Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. Girl, You Need a Change of Mind by Eddie Kendricks. Perfect by the Smashing Pumpkins. Witchy Women by Eagles. Riannon by Fleetwood Mac. And Mental Picture by John Cicada. Herbs and supplements for Virgo. Ginkgo for cognitive support. Sage for clearing energy. And passion flower for calming worry. Crystals for Virgo. Jade for connecting to your heart. Blue kyanite for activating your voice. And black tourmaline for protection. In a quote, I am very attached to certain forms, little compulsive rituals. I like to cook. I like to sew. They are peaceful things, and they're an expression of caring. Joan Didion. I don't know why they keep restricting my live, but we're just going to go with it. The live is restricted, so y'all please share my live again. With Virgo, we arrive at the last sign of individuality before we proceed to Libra, the sign of partnerships. For Virgo, the sign of self-mastery, the bar is set high. Virgo can teeter between exquisite awareness of their healing gifts and crippling self-doubt. The wise saga is a blessing to those who know them, but pointing their word or their wand toward themselves with criticism defeats their natural capacity to be a healing presence. Since alchemy is driven by intention, Virgos should be clear in their aim before serving at a larger capacity. The question for Virgo is who is setting that bar, and is it imperative that it be that high? The embodied and wise Virgo will continually shift the bar for themselves in life with a goal of self-mastery combined with self-grace, because no one is harder on a Virgo than themselves. Virgo's symbol is the maiden. She carries corn on a sheaf of wheat and is associated with the harvest and the seasonal transition of summer into fall. This symbol of harvest reminds us that she is connected to the elements of earth. Virgo's association with the shifting into a new season, combined with the earth element, makes them adaptable and capable of making practical transitions, and points to themes of alchemy and earth magic. Sitting across from Pisces on the healing axis of the zodiac wheel, Virgo, or the maiden, is a healer, often incorporating their gifts into their profession. In the tarot, the Hermit is the card for the Virgo. In it, we see a profile of a cloaked figure guided by the lamps that lights his path. The brightness of his light, or truth, illuminates his more solemn surroundings. His long gray beard suggests wisdom, and his walking stick reveals a long-traveled road of experience. He stands chin down in a humble pose of service, shining the light for the rest of us to see. This card suggests the value found through a period of seclusion for the sake of going within. It can also reflect the wisdom that comes over time and through aging. The hermit is an enlightened figure with knowledge to share, and we'd be wise to receive it, especially if that wisdom is discovered by seeking answers inside of ourselves instead of through an external saga. Okay, all the phones having issues. If you have a Virgo sun, as the sign of service, Virgo sun is the healer in the practical world. They can be natural herbalists, whipping up restorative recipes in the kitchen, naturally forming a connection between their intuition and medicinal herbs and plants. They also feel a sense of duty to serve others through their resources, time, and acts of kindness. Virgo sons precede the sign of partnership and are learning lessons in self-mastery. As a result, they are meticulous and can be organized and critical. They must avoid harsh self-criticism, which can impact their health and relationships. Yet, this is how they are so equipped to instruct others. Through self-induced hard knocks, they write the guide for everyone else. Ruled by Mercury, they are highly intelligent and, as their motto emphasizes, analytical. They are intentional with the words they choose and consider a broad vocabulary an asset. Finding their recharge in nature and connecting with the elements nourishes their soul and calms their nervous system. Virgo rising. Virgo risings interact with the world through analysis and critique. Their eye for detail transcends their abode, aesthetic, work, and creative projects. They consume information quickly, processing through a lens of logic and mind over heart. They can make wonderful editors, critics, and consultants, and with a useful perspective for refinement, they offer the most constructive second opinions. Sometimes they can appear cold and sharp in their delivery, even when their intention is improvement. Associated with the house of health and wellness, they tend to be health conscious and passionate about the quality and sources of the food they consume. Folding rituals into their day, their lives can revolve around routines that support them. In their dress, Virgo rising is typically well put together with attire that fits like a glove and nothing in disarray. Virgo moon. Virgo moons are natural healers. Intuitive and recharged outdoors, they feel deeply connected to nature, the elements, and animals. They are comfortable harvesting, foraging, gardening, and beautifying the planet. Virgo moons reduce stress by retreating, cleaning, learning, and researching topics that interest them. They thrive in orderly and clean environments, and organizing their surroundings helps them process emotions and feel well. In their work, they benefit from staying orderly and using their intuition. In relationships, they are highly analytical and crave conversations that are like a meeting of the minds. The way to a Virgo moon's heart is sapiosexual, through their mind. Their analytical approach serves as an insightful lens for others to see the world and offers a mature outlook. But Virgo moons must avoid trappings of the mind and being overly critical of themselves and others. They benefit from activities with friends that serve no purpose other than just having fun, which will calm their nerves and reconnect them with joy. Venus in Virgo. In addition to Virgo ascendants, Venus in Virgo doesn't have a hair out of place, and they have viewed themselves at all angles to ensure it. This is a very well presented placement. Just as they can be meticulous in their appearance, they can be scrumptious in their spending, indulging in near obsessive budgeting or penny pinching. They can take pleasure in this control over financial matters, and this mastery of assets can be tied to their self-value. They may be critical of their spending habits or vocal about others. They feel tied to the natural world, keeping flowers at home or folding natural elements into their wardrobe. Nature's wildness provides a contrast to their meticulousness. Tied to a sense of service, they are thoughtful in their random acts of kindness and tend to be philanthropic. In matters of the heart, they can be very specific about whom they invest in for partners and friendships. Typically, they do not invest too much energy into large groups and will cultivate an intimate circle to confide in. They benefit from practicing vulnerability in these relationships, which will help them combat their inner perfectionism. They must avoid isolation for the sake of finding safety, as their boundaries can block more intimate connections. Like Virgo moons, they have a high bar set for their partners and are harsh on themselves when they make mistakes. Grace and a bird's eye view, along with an occasional second opinion, serve them very well. Although often perceived as straight-laced, intimacy is crucial for Venus in Virgo, and outside of deepening connection in their relationships, it helps them feel balanced and improves their mood and well-being. The partner for Virgo, Sun, and Venus. Though you are analytical and grounded in your approach to life, in your partnerships, you can become engulfed in a dreamy, romantic fog. You must be careful not to overlook red flags and take partners at face value. A partner in tune with their spiritual side that mirrors your intuitive gifts is attractive to you and will help you feel understood, and this can be your best match. Someone with a similar eye for detail with aesthetics and dress will be attractive, but you most benefit from a partner who allows you to feel free and express the side of yourself that you hide from the world. For long-lasting romance, someone who makes you laugh and dance and helps you keep your nerves at bay is a suitable counterpart. Your partner must also appreciate a tidy environment and your penchant for cleanliness and hospitality. Shadow work for Virgo. The shadow traits: perfectionism, avoidance. The evolved traits: acceptance and connection. The lesson: as the sign paving the way for partnerships, Virgo is associated with mastery of the self and service. Meticulous and mutable, you tend to mold yourself as you embody greater self-awareness. The task for you is resisting the tendencies to turn the analytical mind into a severe critic of yourself or others. It suits you to learn this delineation so that self-mastery doesn't become self-punishment. The advice: gastrointestinal issues and anxiety manifest from withholding your truth or staying in associations that aren't healthy for you. There is a direct connection between your feelings and abdominal discomfort, which can be used as a gauge to change dynamics in your relationships. Release the need to control how you're viewed or how some difficult conversation will unfold. Say the things that's pent up and release any desire to control the outcome. You are already enough, and any harsh self-criticism should be uprooted. No one is perfect, and that is more than okay. The shadow through tarot. When the wise hermit is in the reverse, his light is upside down. This indicates a lack of clarity and an inability to analyze the task Virgo is here to execute. This can also emphasize a need to isolate for the sake of gaining wisdom. When this card is in reverse, taking time out and reconnecting with inner wisdom can be the medicine. On the other hand, this is indicate that isolation or independence isn't serving you. Instead of suppressing your needs, voice them and practice vulnerability in your relationships. Take all that wisdom learned in solitude and bring it out into the world. Reflections for Virgo. How can I incorporate more acts reflecting self-compassion into my routine? What intention can I set around my spiritual practice? Is there a relationship that could benefit from a change in my perspective? How can I activate my creative side more? Affirmations for Virgo. I am enough as I am. No accomplishment is the measure of my value. My healing gifts benefit others, and I am worthy of sharing them. I embrace the necessity of playfulness for living well. Practices for Virgo energy. Meditate. You share the access of spirituality with Pisces. Meditation has two benefits for you. First, it helps you ground and stay out of any mental ping-ponging. Second, it helps you to cultivate your spiritual practice and healthily turn within yourself, benefiting your life in many ways. Share your healing gifts. You likely have information to share that benefits others. You'll know how your healing gifts apply in your life, and you don't have to deliver them perfectly. As a Mercury-ruled sign, you are dominated by the mind, and sometimes the healing is found just through your words. Use your healing gifts to teach others, and you'll be a natural force for the good in the world. Practice grace towards yourself. You may be aware that you are your sharpest critic. With specific taste and an affinity for details, your precise approach can run the risk of rigid scrutiny, and this may impact your self-esteem. Along the journey, be gentle and gracious with yourself. Dance. Underneath your polished, immaculate exterior, you have a pent-up desire to let loose. But some environments you cultivate don't allow you to let go. It's as though you have this alter ego that just wants you to throw caution to the wind and have fun, and most of the time, you don't feel liberated enough. You need ways to do this. Since dancing requires you to let go, this is a secret joy for most Virgos. Just do it.